Coffee in the morning is always nice. Ooh, needed that. Lots to do this morning. I have my bunch of focaccia dough right here. I'm just letting it come to room temperature. Figured I'd bake some of them off, give some away to some friends today later, and also maybe have one for lunch. But the thing about bread making, you gotta start early. Soft should make them open up. Very oily business. But for toppings, remember when I bought these from Thrive Market, the everything seed blend and the poppy seeds? This is what I really wanted them for. About 12 minutes or so. Oh, I smell bread. Smells good. Salt. That's it. The very simple breakfast for today, literally just pesto eggs and grapes. Not sure if I even have time to properly eat this. I think I have 20 seconds before the bread is done. Figured there'd be a lot of bread the rest of the day, so just protein for now. There it is. Lemon one. Okay. And a flaky. Looking good. Very hot, very hot. These look good. Can't wait to eat them later. Alright, in time. Oh, cute. Back from the gym. Gonna go get a quick shower, rinse off all this grime. Still a little bit of time before lunch, so I'm thinking I might squeeze in a little skincare, self-care moment. Actually been doing these for 15 to 30 minutes every other day now with this mask. Wanted to also take this time to say a quick thank you to our sponsor for this portion of the video, Foreo. I have always thought so highly of their products. So they actually sent me this LED mask, their FAQ 202, a couple weeks ago. So I've been using it for a month or so. The first time I ever tried using an LED mask was actually at a Chase Sapphire Lounge, and I thought it was such a fancy experience. But even before that, I feel like I've heard about how many benefits the LED mask can have on your skin. So that's why I wanted to give this a try. And because it's so, lightweight and wireless, I've honestly just been using this when I'm doing things around the house. I feel like it's been making my skin better. To show you really quickly, there are 8 different wavelengths here, including NIR to help tackle signs of aging. I actually mostly like using the app for this because they actually explain what wavelength corresponds to which skin concern. Or actually more recently, I've just been doing these preset treatments. 15 minutes, just leave it on. You can click the link in the description box below or use my code INGA30 to get an extra 30% off almost all Foreo items, even discounted items, because this code is stackable. So don't miss out, check it out, and I'm gonna go get showered. This one today. Take a little bit of time to do some meditation, so.
They're always there, but when things get chaotic, we'll use the breath as a way to connect to a greater sense of calm in the moment, which ensures that we're breathing deeply.
So ready to make this focaccia sandwich. Got my fig jam, of course, a little bit of microgreens, my ham and cheese, a Serrano, and some shabby choux. I got these from my favorite cheese shop as always yesterday, only to find out that they are closing like for good after 14 years of being there, and I don't know, it's made me really sad. I've been in New York now for 8 years and I feel like the shop has always been here with me. So it's a very weird feeling. It's almost like kind of mourning for that loss. So they're closing forever, mid-June. So I'm gonna try to go there as much as I can, enjoy it while it's still there. That's what it looks like as always. I'm going in with my sweet and savory. Alright. Really. It's a good amount of ham there. The microgreens. On goes the balsamic. There's still a little bit of space, so I want to try putting a pepper or 2 inside here. This from Costco also a while ago. Oh my gosh, okay, I just spent like 10 minutes trying to get this open. Literally had to go back to my old video to look at your comments to find all the ways to open this thing. So I did the butter knife trick and then also the counter tapping trick. And now it's open. Thank you for your tips. Beautiful char. Hey, little topping. Oops. Ta-da! This is our simple sandwich of the day. I just know it's going to be extremely satisfying. All right, let's go dig in. May have been thinking about this all morning. Pretty used to this combination, but the first time I'm adding fire roasted peppers and I really like it. Peppers have this kind of sweetness, but also that like slight little char. Oh yeah. Also, speaking of nostalgia, I have been listening to Avril Lavigne songs on repeat because tonight I'm going to her concert. This is the incredibly millennial side of me coming out, but I was obsessed with Avril Lavigne as a teenager. In my eyes, she was the coolest artist ever, period. And I've always wanted to be able to see her live. I just wanted to make a teenage dream of mine come true. So it is quite the event for me and I wanted to document it. I also thought it would be fun to kind of dress up for it a little bit. Things to look forward to, you know? As I continue eating my sandwich. home again with my new nails. Showing you my nails as I hold this tofu, but just a few hours left before the show tonight. Not feeling too hungry, but with all the little bites throughout the day, so thought I'd make something super light. I have some silken tofu here, some cucumbers, some protein, some veggies to balance out all the dough. Cucumber. Greens are ready. Oops. I think that's good. The thing about silken tofu is that it can be enjoyed straight from the package. Honestly, perfect for the warmer season. Best way to do this is probably like this. Whoop. Just a big block of tofu. Add some of the sesame dressing. This one's from QP. Ooh. And then chili goes on top. Hooey! This immediately became a lot more decadent, huh? Alright, on top. There you go. That's a bit of a monster. Wow, look at that. I like how I always start off by saying it's gonna be very simple and not crazy, and then it ends up being a little crazy. But you saw how fast this was. This only took like maybe 5 to 10 minutes max. This one's a jiggly boy too. It's just so easy to eat. Cucumbers are extra crunchy. The tofu is like literally silky smooth. Chili oil, soy sauce, and vinegar. You can't go wrong with that combination. So good. Alright. Have to clean myself up again. But then, I was thinking maybe I could do a little get ready with me situation for the concert. I want to show you what I got the past couple of days. Here it is. This is kind of what I put together for the show tonight. It's a little different than my usual style. Couldn't really decide between these two shirts. I feel like I'm gonna have to make a game time decision later. These pants, these are from IMGA. Kind of look like cargo pants, even though they're not. I like that it's a little more fitted at the bottom. And then these are a couple of jewelry pieces that I thought would be good for today. I think this heart-shaped one is super pretty. The thicker chain also kind of goes with the look. I also have this little tiny heart ring. And then this last piece is actually an ear clasp that I got in Shanghai. The last thing I got were these Dr. Martin clunky boots. These were definitely a bit of an investment. They were not cheap, but I tried on a couple pairs. These were the most comfortable, also the ones I liked the most, and I felt like it was something that I would be wearing not just for tonight, but also for the colder weather. So I committed. Excited to wear them tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and get ready now and check back in once we're ready to head out. Here we are. This is the finished look. I think the last time I did eye makeup as smoky as this was literally when I was a teenager. Went with the Nirvana shirt, have my heart necklace here, some bracelet situations, with the pants and the boots, have the ear clasp, added one on this side as well. I feel like I'm cosplaying as my younger self, but that's kind of the whole point. All right, let's head out. On my way. Ta-da!
Do you ever feel like breaking down? Do you ever feel out of place? You guys are beautiful. You know what's crazy? Let me tell you something. This song came out 23 years ago. Think back and try to meet. Did I do? Now I try to make it. I just
just came out of the show. Did not expect to be crying my eyes out like that. It was just so nice finally being able to, you know, check off a bucket list item. I'm so glad Avril Lavigne is still around. I'm so glad I got to make this happen. I feel like it was a very cathartic experience for the teenager Summer and me from back then. It was a great experience. Thankful. Really thankful.